Hi everyone, and welcome to Reading Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for the weekend, so Saturday, April 7th and Sunday, April 8th. Because it is a general reading, I'm just whatever resonates with you, however it resonates, that's the message you're supposed to take. I'm just going to pull a spread and let's see what comes up. Okay, let me just bring these down a bit. Okay, so with the spread, so we got the bottom of the deck, and we got the three cards here, and that's gonna describe the energy. That's gonna be the energy that's going on in physical, and then for the cards on the perimeter, we've got the energy around us. Let's see. So we're kind of entering the weekend with this Queen of Wands energy, which is very charismatic, passionate, a little bit of mystery about you. Like some of you have plans or something you want to do, but you don't quite see how it's coming together yet. So like that's the mystery. That's like the unknown. And then as we get to the end of the weekend, this energy is transitioning into the Three of Wands energy, which is more about expansion. I'm also getting a bit of uncertainty about what's to come next. And that's gonna be like the energy that we deal with as the weekend comes to an end. And the energy that's going to guide us in this transition is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And what I'm getting from the Seven of Pentacles reversed is someone who is a feeling that straight up, it's pretty much just like a doubt in the work that's being done. So what's coming up is like people not so much feeling unfulfilled, but wondering if you're in the right place. So that's kind of like the energy that's happening around us over the weekend. But with that said, let me focus more on what's happening in the physical. So we've got the Six of Swords reversed, and the Six of Swords reversed is telling me that a lot of people are going to be dealing with. It's going to be a pretty spicy confrontational weekend in some ways, because with the Six of Swords reversed, it's pretty much the exact opposite of leaving troubled waters to enter peaceful times. It's more like poking the sleeping bear that's in your way. So there's going to be for a lot of people. There's going to be confrontational issues, arguments, a lot of words. Six of Swords is thoughts. What's going on in your mind. So like a lot of troubled thoughts, troubled thinking, negative thinking. So a lot of people are going to be focusing on doing what it takes to purge these things. And for some people, it's going to take some deep work. It's going to take like acceptance, making peace with the past. That's a lot of that needs to happen over the weekend. There's also need to take control over your own reality, and pretty much the theme. That's pretty much what's going on in the Devil. We kind of start things off with the Devil. This it's very karmic energy. It feels like, but the awareness. I feel like it also feels like the awareness here for a lot of people. It's heightened. Like things are starting to come together for you in ways that they never have before. It's like it's all starting to make sense. Because the Devil is kind of like about, in the upright position, it's kind of like about being stuck in a cycle, feeling powerless, feeling like you're stuck in this situation, feeling like there's no way out of it. But there is a way out of it because we've got the Four of Wands reversed. And, a lot of relationships did end this week. A lot of partnerships dissolved. A lot of that has been going on lately. And for some folks, the endings are yet to come. They're still on the way. For others, for people who are working through the endings, this is kind of like reconciling that ending. Some folks are actually also dealing with family issues because Four of Wands reverse is about problems at home. But most people are like reconciling these endings and like it's like in a way taking your energy back from unfulfilling situations that are very close to you. And the Devil with the Four of Wands reverse tells me that a lot of very deep connections are coming to an end. And because it is the Devil, like a lot of these connections are karmic. There was a lesson. There was a lesson in being stuck in something unfulfilling for so long. It wasn't just because you felt like you had to do it. There's a greater meaning to it. There's a deeper meaning to it. And but it feels like a lot of people are having issues reconciling that and kind of figuring out what the lesson is here, because we've got the Eight of Swords. And with the Eight of Swords, there's just a need to surrender. And the Eight of Swords goes very well with the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, actually, because there's like, the Eight of Swords, you're kind of in this space where you don't know what's to come. The Three of Wands, you're wondering, you're doubting yourself. You're wondering if what you did was worth it. The Seven of Pentacles. But what comes with the Eight of Swords, like that's like the lower vibration energy of this card. Like the best way to make use of this Eight of Swords is to just surrender. There's like the energy from the Devil situation kind of permeates throughout the entire weekend, because there's the best way to make the use of the Devil is to realize that, a situation, that anything that's taking your power really isn't, because your power is yours. Nothing can take your power. You give your power to things. And I said, for some of you that it feels like a very deep and long-lasting situations. Deep and long-lasting situations are coming to an end here, because the Eight of Swords is also telling me, like, a lot of people just don't know what's next. She can't see what's in front of her. It's like you've been conditioned, you've been so accustomed to dealing with this situation that you thought it would always be a part of you, and that it would never, it would never go anywhere. And now that it's gone, it's like you just don't know what to do without it. Also, what I'm getting from this Eight of Swords is that a lot of it is in your head. Again, swords are about thought. You know, it's all about thought. This woman isn't being bound by anyone. She's not bound to anything really. Because if you look, you can see all 8 swords are around her. So she's not bound to anything. There's nothing restricting her from freeing herself. So for a lot of people, the issue with moving on from this situation and dealing with your unhappy home situation is that it's not that it is hopeless. It's just that you're not letting yourself see what's next, and what's next is, it could be anything. Nine of Ariel, which is the 9 of Pentacles, and 7 of Michael, which is the 7 of Swords, and 4 of Ariel, which is the 4 of Pentacles. So it's like dealing with this energy here is. I'm going to start with the 4 of Ariel because that's the card that's kind of sticking out to me as the biggest issue. So dealing with this 4 of Ariel, it's the 4 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles is very closed off energy. So it's kind of fitting that the 4 of Pentacles, that the 8 of Swords manifests as the 4 of Pentacles, because you're not letting yourself see what's next. And when you don't let yourself see what's next, you become closed off to possibilities. So the issue here is you need to liberate yourself. And then again, next we've also got the 7 of Michael, which is the 7 of Swords. And there's a couple meanings for the 7 of Swords. One meaning, the most common meaning for the 7 of Swords is deceit and trickery. But the other meaning for the 7 of Swords is just trying to get by, trying to get through something by any means possible. If you, like for example, if you were asking about finances and you pulled the 7 of Swords, it may not mean somebody who's, it may not mean you're stealing. It just may mean your mentality is limited because you're only focused on getting from one day to the next. And that's kind of the issue here as well. Also, focusing on just this karmic situation, whatever the situation here is, it's kind of had you, it's limited your perspective in a way that you're only letting yourself see what's directly in front of you. Hence the blindfold. But the reality is, if you take a look at everything you've got, and if you take a look within yourself, you're going to find that you've got more to work with than you originally thought, because you've got the 9 of Ariel here, which is also the 9 of Pentacles, and this is a pretty abundant. This is a very abundant and peaceful energy here. It's a very abundant and peaceful energy here, and it's also, for people who are leaving troubled relationships, for people who are leaving, karmic partnerships, soulmates, things like that. It's a reminder for you to, take pride in who you are and find your strength in that. Because what you need to realize is that it's not the situations you're in that bring you strength. It's who you are that gives you strength. Everything you've always had and everything you've always needed has come from within you. And, this situation here, it might have made you feel good at times, but the reality is you didn't need it. So for some of you, there's a deeper lesson. Because with karmic situations, especially the intensely karmic ones, there's always a very deep lesson to be learned. But the gist of what's going on here is that a lot of people, you need to realize exactly how abundant you are by yourself. And you need to start focusing on what you can create by yourself and what you can create for yourself, and stop letting other people define you. Because the next step of your journey is something you need to take on your own. And there's no one who can figure out how to make that next step work for you but you. But it takes you surrendering to reality and releasing yourself from your own restraints. Okay, everyone, so that's the reading I have for you for the day. Enjoy Saturday, enjoy Sunday, just enjoy your weekend, and take care. Bye.